How's it going?
Fantastic, man. Love the costume.
Thank you. I'm the Green and Space Ranger.
10, 9, 8,
Here we go.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rangers in space.
I want to be a part of this.
Space now, flying higher than ever before. Rangers.
In space.
Go, Power Rangers, go, Power Rangers, go, Power Rangers, go, 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 fly. Go, Power Rangers, go, Power Rangers, go, Power Rangers.
In space.
Live on thrusters, fire rockets, save the future. Long live the Power Rangers.
In space.
Go, Power Rangers, go, Power Rangers, go, Power Rangers, go, 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 fly. Go, Power Rangers, go, Power Rangers, go, Power Rangers.
In space.
Powermorphicon does. Rocket!
Hello, hello. They're filming you. Say what's up. Tell them who you are.
My name is Jackson.
Jackson what?
Boston.
And how old are you?
5.
He took second place today against a 7-year-old.
Nice job. Good job.
Oh man.
He wanted to bring
And he took third place in your form. Third place in form. Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Oh, sure, you're from the Southgate Ranger.
Yeah, bro.
I'm Daniel Diaz. Nice
Oh,
to
I'm
finally
London.
meet
Nice to
you.
meet you.
In space.
Good, good. Good.
There he is.
No kicks. No kicks.
What's going down?
Alrighty.
Ready?
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 You ready?
I'm ready. I stay ready.
You went this morning?
Yes, I was. I was gone. Suited and booted out. Saving the world. Huh? Different suit. Had a different suit. Yeah. Different suit this morning. How you guys doing? Finally, we get to meet. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Josh? Jen? Josh and Jen. Wow. Are you guys an item? Oh, cool. How do you blend them together? Like with the vinegar?
My name is Nick.
Hi, I'm Rich.
Jesse.
So we're Sentai Jackets. We started this about 2014, and we just noticed there was a really big gap in the market, Power Rangers and fashion-wise. So we started importing, and now we make our own American jackets, and yeah, we just have fun with it. So it's been really, really good.
Each season, most seasons, the characters have like a jacket that like identifies with their character or their Ranger color. So we like to bring these jackets to the fans from Japan. Super Sentai, you can't get these in the States. So I actually live in Japan, and Rich is out here in Cali. So we kind of collaborate, through the fandom and bring these things back stateside to everybody.
This is an American one we made, which was never officially released. So this is Power Rangers Overdrive. So the sleeves come off, it goes into a vest just like in the show, and as well as this flap right here is a magnetic closure. Most of these are the Japanese Super Sentai counterparts, but we also have one here, it's RPM black. So yeah, we can turn it around for you, you can see the back. So yeah.
And not only do we have jackets, we also have a lot of the accessories. So if you look over here, we have some of the jewelry from different seasons. So we have like Baji Pink's necklace, Captain Marvel's ring from different seasons. So, we kind of expand and bring some of that higher value or higher end market stuff to the fandom.
Powermorphicon's our big one. It's only been 2 years. We also just started doing one called Japan World Heroes. So it's, I think, under the same umbrella, but it's every year in between Powermorphicon. So the last year was last August. So we'll do that one, Powermorphicon, so we'll do that consistently. And then for our East Coast fans, we go over there and we do Ranger Stop in November. But that one's, we've been doing that for like the last 2 or 3 years, so it's been fun, but this is our biggest one, so we bring all of our inventory here. So we got some new pieces, we got the mini helmets, we got movie helmets, so yeah, we just try to keep it exciting, but we're definitely trying to mature the fandom because it has the possibility of being, you know, bigger than Star Wars. Eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're still a very young fandom. So favorite American season would be Operation Overdrive. Favorite character would probably be Jason, the Gold Zeo, and MMPR. And then favorite character, you said? Or
favorite team.
Favorite team. Ooh. Favorite team would probably have to be Turbo.
Turbo, okay.
Yeah, those are American ones, yeah. But Japanese is a whole different
Yeah,
world.
oh yeah. I actually went back and watched the season that was Mighty Morphin over here, and went back, and I was like, oh my god, this is so radically
So
different.
it's like a drama. There's like
Yeah.
there's blood. There's real a storyline. You know, real storyline. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, as a team, Time Force, because I really felt like they really were close that season, even though it was only 1 year long. It seemed like they really connected really fast. It's also my favorite season too. But if I had to pick a separate favorite season, I would say in space. Favorite Ranger definitely would be West. Time Force. Yeah.
very nice.
So favorite season would be Dino Thunder. It has the kind of the history. The third or fourth episode is the timeline where we see from Mighty Morphin up to Dino Thunder, and it is more or less a history of Tommy being a ranger. Favorite ranger would be Eric from Time Force, just a lone badass. And favorite team would be I think it would be RPM.
How are you again? Good to see you. When was the last time I saw you?
The last Morphicon.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
See, I don't forget a face. Yeah, it's so good you're down here. Where would you like me to sign this?
If you're using black.
I think in here, right? Yeah, that's what I thought too. This is cool, guys. Check this out. Woo!
Yeah,
I don't even own one of these. This is cool. Where'd you find it?
At one of the toy booths here.
Oh, you just got it here. Nice.
Yeah, I found Selwyn's too. And I already have Pearl and Justin, so this completes the set.
That's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Tomo, Auto, and something.
I know, that's why I got them.
How you got changed?
Thank God you have changed your yet, right? Would you like what?
That is
would you
sweet.
like to get?
Final product.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
You coming to the prom tonight?
Yeah, just for you guys. I'm gonna stop by and say hi to
Here's
you
some
guys.
soda.
See you
I was
there.
there yesterday at the theater. You think it would have
Yeah, there were too many people.
Kind of black or
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Everybody, how are you?
Aloha.
Aloha.
Good to meet you, finally.
Are you Hawaiiano?
I'm from Hawaii, but I'm Filipino Portuguese. Yeah. Good to meet you, man.
Pleasure. This is very good guy.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Someone gave me this. It was really cool. Right. Cool, man. So what do you got? What do you
You just autograph it to JT?
JT.
Yeah, J.
Hi, I'm Chris Kuhn. I'm from Kansas. Ever since I started watching Power Rangers, it showed me how to work as a team, treat people with kindness, and always help others. So with that, I became a Fleet Marine Force Corpsman, so like the medical component to the Marine Corps, helping people then. And now I work as a mental health counselor, working with kids and teens who are at risk, trying to help them and have them lead a better life. But it was through Power Rangers that I really had a passion for helping people.
And so when it came to that, was there a single episode, a character, a situation that instills that?
I would say started with Mighty Morphin with Tommy. Kind of how he had a rough start being mind controlled by Rita. So he was bad for a while, but then he was able to be redeemed, and that whole kind of like, you know, even if you have a rough patch, you can still come back and do good from that. Like, it was really inspiring.
And then when it comes to the seasons, do you have a favorite season or a favorite Ranger?
I would say it would be a toss-up between Tommy or Jason from Mighty Morphin. It would be a close call between Zeo and Power Rangers in Space as to like the better story. Like, I really liked how In Space wrapped up Mighty Morphin through space, and I love Zeo just because like there were some really ups and downs in that series as well.
Questions as to get things going, and you guys will line up over there and ask some questions. Please be polite. So my first one is my favorites I've asked so far. Who, after your last day of shooting, accidentally borrowed something from the set that never made its way back?
Yeah, no, I got I was a kid on this show, so I think I was just like, I'm gonna take this, and then they were gonna be like, okay. What are you gonna tell me now? So I got my original suit, my original helmet, my original communicator and morpher, and gloves and boots. Yeah.
This Banner. You know that?
Yeah, actually, I just saw Banner. He looks the same. He hasn't changed at all. He was like, "You still have that helmet?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "See, I hooked you up."
Well, I have the original communicator. I was fortunate enough to be able to take that with me. So this is the original from Trini to, let's see, Karen Ashley, Nakia, and then I got to keep it since we were the end of the Zordon era.
Hi guys, and I'm the green guy. I'm back. Roger Velasco, aka Carlos Mayete. How are you guys doing today? I'm a little late, but I was saving the world. But I was not going to miss this, so yeah, I'm here. Awesome.
So, next question is going to be, you guys filmed in some amazing locations. Who has a special memory of a place that you guys did some filming in?
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, I'll never forget Death Valley. 125-degree weather or whatnot. I think I've told this story before. I think Selwyn almost murdered our second AD that day, that weekend. Who was it?
I think we all almost murdered
Chris.
each other.
Yeah, it was so hot out there, I'll never forget. I mean, there's some pictures floating around of us with topless, and we're just hanging out in a honey wagon outside. It was because it was so hot. And I'll never forget, we were drinking so much water without going to the restroom. That's how hot it was. It was crazy, but I'll never forget that. Death Valley was insane for sure.
Yeah, it's brutal. I don't know if you guys have ever gone out there or if anyone's from the desert, but try wearing spandex on top of that, being in 120-degree weather, and then wearing Doc Marten boots. And fighting.
So Selwyn and I, we were trying to stay cool, right? And we had a little 12-pack of Heinekens in the room.
I don't know what he's talking about.
And they were really cold, and then Chris was like, oh, I want one of those, our second AD, and he's like, I want one of those. So we handed him a beer. We were in the AC, he was outside working, so they had he dehydrated. They sent an ambulance in, picked him up, picked him to the hospital. It was crazy.
Yeah, whoever did that location, I don't know who did that one.
Those were the days.
Is he still barefoot in 120 degrees?
He's always barefoot,
Yep. Eating his ice cream cones?
Yeah.
Next question here is about the ADR process. For most of you, this is your first time, getting in a booth. Not all of you, obviously. But what was it like all of a sudden being told, stand in this booth and grunt for an hour?
Well, what I will say, the guys in the ADR booth, they're really brilliant. And a lot of the lines that really stuck actually happened in the ADR booth. And a lot of times, we thought it was just for fun. We thought it was just like, I'll say that fine for like a what do you call, like a comedy reel? But actually, some of those lines made it onto the show. And somebody tell me one of those lines. Can anybody name one of those lines that made it on the show? That
funny line. I'm sick of this pepperoni mushroom.
No.
How about this one? I got
salad.
Salad.
So but anyway, that's where a lot of that stuff came from.
I cannot believe that made on the show.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, these guys were amazing. The direction they gave us, the support they gave us, they were amazing, and the ADR referrals, and we had a blast. These guys were awesome.
So it was fun. To answer your question, it was fun.
Well, it wasn't my first go around. I didn't do a lot of grunting. I did a lot of laughing, like goofy laughing, but obviously some great writing that was on that made the lines as funny as they were. So kudos to the writers, please.
That's another one. Yeah, good job. They're over here, by the way. These guys.
My name is Evan. I'm from New York.
How many Black Rangers can you name?
Okay, well, you got Zach, you got Adam, you got JDF when he did Dino Thunder. Ooh. You have Jack from Wild Force, Carlos and In Space. You have Zim, Jake from Mega Force. You have Operation Overdrive, Black. Didn't really watch that season, but I know there's a Black Ranger there. Am I missing one? I feel like I am.
Who is your favorite Black Ranger of all of them?
Oh, well, hands down, it's Zach. Well, he was very much about just enjoying himself, enjoying life. He wouldn't let anyone bother him with any kind of drama or bullying or any kind of nonsense. He just kind of, laugh and shrug it off. And he was always kind of the jokester, the prankster, and that always resonated with me because that's kind of my personality as well. And especially what they're doing with this character in the Boom comic series, I identify with him so much. I can't say that there's one instance in the show in particular that resonated with me, but just his attitude and the way he reacts to situations that are put in front of him. It was what I aspired to be able to do when I was a kid, and I didn't have so much control with the situations around me. And it's what I tried to emulate as an adult. Unfortunately, I don't have the rhythm that Walter Jones has. Maybe one day, but I did take Taekwondo as a high schooler. I got up to right before black belt with that. And yeah, I do stage combat now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not accusing anyone of theft. It was misplaced. It was the end of the day yesterday. There was a lot of running around, a lot of confusion. I got the Forever Black comic book variant of the Boom Studios issue with all the Black Rangers on, and I decided I'll just get all the Black Ranger actors here to sign it. I'll get like a collection of them, sign them right by their character. So I got Azim, I got from Megaforce, I got Jack from Wild Force, I got Roger from In Space. And at one point, the con floor was kind of closing up. I handed it to my buddy so I could put my helmet on for a photo op with a fan. And I didn't even think about it. We were trying to find our other friends, so I just took my helmet off. I was walking around. We were heading towards the exit. I turned to my buddy. I said, "Hey, you still got my comic, right?" He goes, "I handed it back to you, dude." And I go, "No, you didn't." So I panicked because I just threw down a lot of money on a comic. I threw down a lot of money on autographs. We were running around for like an extra 10-15 minutes while everything's closing down, trying to find it. Couldn't find it. Defeated and hungry, we left. I ended up bumping into all three of the actors at the hotel bar later that night. I explained to them my story, like, "Hey, I was the guy with the comic." And they were all really impressed with the comic, so they remembered me. And I told them what happened. They all felt really bad. They all said, "No worries, bro. We got you tomorrow. We'll sign it to you. We won't charge you again." So this morning I went back to the comic stand. I rebought the same issue. I think it was their last one, too. I went back to Zim. I went back to Roger. I went back to Jack. And they all remembered me. They said, "No problems, man. You made someone really happy, whoever found it." But they signed it to me, no issue, no problem. It meant so much to me because my biggest worry was that I'm just gonna have to throw down all that money again, or just give up. Like, oh, it's a nice dream, but it's not happening this year. I got Walter and I got JDF because he did Dino Thunder. I haven't seen Johnny yet. I think he's only here tomorrow, but I will be getting his signature as well, and I'm doing the double photo op with Walter and Johnny.
What's your name?
My name is Corey.
Where are you from, Corey?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Woo!
So my question to you is 2018 right now, and I believe for like the first time in a long time we're seeing a celebration specifically of black actors in things like Black Panther, and shows like that or movies like that. So my question to you is, being how far the season was ago, and you being in a very unique position as being the first black red Power Ranger.
Yeah. 20 years ago, when it wasn't really happening.
Oh yeah,
It was,
I was 5. So what sort of unique challenges did you face in that role, do you think?
I think first off, I felt like a lot of people coming on set wanted me to be like the person ahead of me, like do things exactly like he would have done it, deliver lines exactly like he would have did it. So the first thing was I just stuck to my gut and I made it my own. And then the second thing was I was really surprised that I didn't get a whole lot of extra press about that. I was a little disappointed in the community for not kind of introducing me to the community as, hey, look what we got. We got this new, African American leader, that kids can look up to. There was really never that, and it was weird. So I've told this to a few people, but it took like the Black Nerd comedy. It took that little jingle for it to stick, for people to go, oh yeah, kind of in a way. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people picked up on it, but it just wasn't as big as I thought. But I mean, I think at this point, it just took that little jingle for people to pick it up. So, I think maybe if it wasn't for that, I could have got maybe missed, possibly, but I'm very thankful and blessed to have the opportunity, and I'm really excited to see, more Marvel comics and more diversity.
Yeah, and considering the fact that our next season of Power Rangers does have another Black Red Ranger, it seems like you were able to start a long legacy that continues on even to this day. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great question.
Hi, everybody.
How you going?
Hello. All right, so I have a question. It's kind of personal. Where is Patricia? Does anybody still talk to her? Any particular reason why she never comes to these things? I'd love to see her just like once.
She's around. Last thing I heard, she's trying to be a firefighter. She's working on doing that. But I did hear she had a bad experience in public with I think she had a fan, or there was an incident that kind of stuck with her. But they've offered, security detail and all this stuff to help her or help with it. But we just hope eventually she will make it back out, one of these days, because I know you guys want to see her. So, but she's doing well. She's just not doing these concerts.
Not yet.
I'm actually having lunch with her on Tuesday. At 11:30 in the morning.
Where?
We're having lunch. We're getting together with her, so I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to tell her that you guys are all asking for her and you all miss her. She's very scary, and she's a superhero as it is right now, saving fire. She's a firefighter. That's pretty good, right?
Is that confirmed? Is that what she's doing? Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an ex-roller derby queen.
That's right.
Hi, friend.
That works.
Or you can morph like Blake and...
Say it.
Can you do your morphs at the end?
Absolutely.
Yay.
For sure.
Great question.
All right, how you doing, guys? How you doing? So this question is for the writers of Turbo. So I was wondering, that finale of Turbo is one of my favorite finales in like the whole series. You're chasing the space, and it was incredible how you led into the next season. So I was wondering, how did you guys come up with that story? When did you guys realize you wanted to do that story, leading to space like that?
Round of applause to the writers.
We knew that the next season was going to be in space, so that gave us the motivation to send them into space. Otherwise, we might not have had that particular storyline, but the actors were so great, and invested in the adventure of the stories that it was kind of easy to write because, you know, these guys, we just write the words and they bring it to life. So I'm glad you liked it. I thought it was in the days where we tried to make a segue into the next season. We didn't always do that, but in this case, I thought it worked pretty well. But thank you.
Hi. My question's for the writers also. In the beginning of the season, it was kind of like hinted that Diva Talks and Demetria were sisters, but it was never really resolved. And I was wondering if you had something in mind as to how that would have played out.
I don't recall.
Yeah, I think that was a change that we made during the season, not to bring that storyline to fruition. That was kind of predictable, that they were going to be twins, played by the same actress, good versus evil, and then there was a regime change during this season, so we shifted into Turbo, and she did.
Yeah, she said it.
No pun intended. It worked out. I think it all worked out. We just went a different way, as they say in writing.
Thank you.
That's cool.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. So I have like one question. So right now, what character, since you're taking based on cars, what would your character's car currently right now?
Oh, that's good.
And I have a question for the writers. So if was there ever like an idea or something around that Justin would actually maybe go in space at all, or was that like something that was never like going to be ever like a thing?
What, with Justin in space?
Well, like that, the idea that Justin would go to space too. Like, what was that like? And I didn't think it was tossed around, or was it?
Yeah, well, I want to know what
happened. It's probably something we discussed. I don't know why we didn't decide because I thought it would be fantastic in space. It was at the time where we were deciding whether to change the cast, keep some of the cast. It was each season was a series of decisions that we were saying, okay, what can we do to make it fresh, and what can we do to keep the fans that love this series. So we did the best we could, but I think that's a great idea. Maybe someday, Justin, keep your jetpack.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep your jetpack ready.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Graham from Dallas. My question is, y'all are the first season to have two new things, like the first Road Ranger and the first Kid Ranger, and that was pretty cool. And I just want to say, Justin, you've been inspiration to me as a kid, because I always wanted to be a Ranger as a kid.
Thank you.
And you are really probably a role model for a lot of people who are really kids, thinking, hey, we can be a Ranger even for a kid.
Right, I think that's kind of why they did it too. On set, I never thought, I was doing an independent film at the time, I never thought I was going to be doing anything Power Ranger related growing up, doing auditions and stuff. And I didn't even audition for the part of Power Rangers. It was kind of like made for me. So I think that's why they did do that, is to kind of give kids an inspiration, saying, hey look, if this kid could be a Ranger, so could we. So, but I thank you for that. That's
And now he's inspiring your kid.
Yeah, there he is.
The next generation Ranger.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, shoot basically said, you're a Ranger.
You come here,
you're a Ranger. Pretty much.
Hello, thank you for coming to Powermorphicon. It's great to meet you guys. Turbo was my favorite season of Power Rangers, and I just thank you for being so awesome. And my question is, how different is it from working on a set to working out on location?
I think we were always excited to go on location because we spent way too much time on set, and when you're in one place for too long, you end up getting in trouble because you're trying to find something to do. So at least on the location, we entertained ourselves by going out and getting beer and
12-pack of Heineken.
Yeah, Salmon's middle name's Trouble.
Yeah, you weren't very far along. And neither was Chris. But yeah, I mean, that was my opinion. I think we always look forward to seeing what our next location shot was. I think the Batcave was really cool when we shot there. That was awesome. So, yeah.
Yeah, during the Turbo season, we were spending 16 hours on set sometimes. So just imagine that long of a period of time with these beautiful faces here. Like 16 hours, it gets a little crazy. So kind of like cabin fever, right? Yeah. So we didn't get out. Yeah. So anytime we were on set, we loved it. It was great. Cool. It's like a field trip.
Thank you.
Like SeaWorld?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mark.
Hey, Mark. Hello, Mark.
Fairfield, California.
Nice.
I have a question for Blake.
Yeah.
Did they really let you drive any of the vehicles on set?
It's funny. I was just talking to somebody at the table this earlier. They didn't let me drive, but I let myself drive. Every time I got a chance to sit in the driver's seat, I was like, all right, I'm driving it. They actually had a golf cart on set, and I would drive the golf cart around as much as I could just because I would like to drive at that age, you know? But I could never even touch the pedals of the truck that they had. I don't even know what kind of truck it was at the time. But no, I never got to drive it. I actually had to sit on someone's lap. It was a very uncomfortable situation. I was like, you my dad?
How did you do it in the movie?
In the movie?
Yeah.
There was somebody sitting, driving the truck, and I was just like literally like sitting right next to him. So when the car door opened up, I just jumped out.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks for coming. Obviously, Turbo's my all-time favorite season. I've been listening to the whole Power Rangers franchise. Here's a question for Stillman.
Yes, sir.
Out of the 3 cars you drove, like Red Lightning, Lightning Tarzan, and Lightning Cruiser, which one do you prefer to drive?
I like Lightning Cruiser, for sure. For sure. One of my favorite episodes is actually Willis' fate, so I have a special connection to Lightning Cruiser.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey guys. So, not gonna lie, Turbo's not my favorite season.
Thanks for being honest.
I think you're in the wrong.
That's honest about it.
Good answer.
You're the only red Turbo Ranger to me. Second.
Thank you. Thank you.
And third thing, can someone please wrap up the Phantom Rangers again?
You can ask the writers that.
Who's the Phantom? That's why he's a Phantom.
It's a mystery. But I think that's what we willingly said we're not going to reveal who it is. So everybody could either kind of think of who it was themselves, but we said let's just have it be a mystery in the legacy of the show. So that's the decision.
She's lying. We decided who it was going to be. It turns out the answer is he's.
Mike! Hey, I want to thank every single one of you people for coming. Even you, Phantom Ranger.
Oh, yeah.
You're 100%. I have a question for every single one of you, but it's sort of like a parallel thing, because my question is, if your stories could keep going on beyond, you know, where they ended as a spin-off, like what kind of storylines would they be? Like, for example, in the case of Justin, what would he and the 2 sentient vehicles be doing? And for the rest of you, like, what would you, the Space Rangers, be doing?
I think Justin was always smarter as a kid. He was, you know, with the high school kids. So he would probably be like either some professor or some like mechanic working on the cars, or maybe a martial arts instructor. I don't know. I see him maybe supercharging the cars, and they're still down here on, you know, on land. I don't know.
Has Justin grown up? Or is this
Oh no, Justin's definitely grown up.
Another question for the writers. I'm curious if you've ever had any other plans for the Robot Rangers, and if you ever thought of bringing them back, or if maybe Blake leaving in Turbo like kind of made you think not you didn't want to use him before that, and brought back in one episode in States. I don't know.
For the.
I'm just curious if you have any other plans for the Robot Rangers. Remember the Robot Rangers?
Well, the robot Rangers, right? By the way, I'm Mark Litton. I wrote that episode. I would have loved to have brought them back. Again, I probably pitched it a couple of times, I'm sure. But we don't, we don't always get to tell the stories we want because just the nature of pitching, they choose the ones they like best. Once you've got the robots in, but they've done that one.
Okay.
So they move on. But I wouldn't mind seeing them again.
Yeah, cool. Not
Thank
enough
you.
episodes.
Yep.
They should write it themselves, I think, so right? I mean,
Sure.
What's up, guys? You are my heroes growing up. Thank you all for being here.
What's
I
your
have a
name?
question, Brent.
Great.
I have a question for the cast and a question for the writers. For the cast, was wondering if you guys could share what it was like, if you were aware of like the fandom when you were first invited to a convention. And for the writers, could you please share how you were approached with the cast change out? And any of the drop plot lines, like when Carlos and Ash, they were first introduced through, there was like a romance, like they were making comments, and I read online that Lieutenant Stone's niece, Jenny Hunter, was going to be a ranger, if that was true.
Well, I can speak to some of that. When the Rangers transitioned, I was brought into a meeting to discuss it, about how we were going to do it. So the episode that we wrote for that was called Lord Zedwaves, and that again was one of my episodes. And it was just, we wanted to be able to bring in new Rangers and have everybody feel like they to approve of the new Rangers. Rather, you want an audience to feel like they know the people who are coming into the roles. So Jackie, take.
Yeah, and then the previous Rangers would kind of pass the mantle on to the newer Rangers, so we tried to separate in a natural story way, as best as we could. Yeah, passing the torch. So that was something that we did for a few seasons before we just did a clean slate every season. So it holds its own challenges because you just have to write the storyline. But like Mark said, it's to get the audience to root for these new actors and welcome them into Power Rangers family.
I'll answer your question with respect to the conventions. We first attended in 2009 Anime Expo, and we freaked out. We're like, whoa, this is a whole new world. This is cool because it's great to portray a Power Ranger on TV and all that, but the extension of that is coming to these conventions and meeting you guys and hearing your story and how much you've been empowered and how much you've grown. So for us, 2009 Anime Expo, that's where it all started. I said, wow, this is great. And then social media took it to a whole new level, and now we're here. So yeah, it's been an incredible experience attending these conventions, and it's because of you guys. So we're really, really grateful for you guys. You know, life happens. We're extremely busy outside of what we're doing right now, but like I'm going to speak for myself. My daughter's birthday was yesterday. She turned 16. And I can do with my daughter, right? And thank you. Yeah, she's my baby girl. I love her to death. And she, I explained to her, hey, I got to be there, and she understands. So there's, we could be in other places, but this is very important for us to be here with you guys.
Actually, to piggyback what you were saying, actually, I was wondering, why do you switch out the cast so often?
Toy Factory.
Oh,
Is there a bottom line to it?
They're smart.
Is that what Heinz
I'll tell you.
wanted?
I can
Is
answer
that-
that.
I'll tell you off camera.
Ultimately, it's to freshen each season. So it's like writing a book. You close a chapter of that book, and then you get a whole new palette and characters to write. It's I would say that this is one of the best casts that we ever had, and it's always sad because it's like high school. It's like, oh, goodbye, I'm not going to see you again. But we're all together again. We're all part of the Ranger family.
Yep.
But ultimately, they made that decision so we could keep telling the stories, and that's why it's on 25 years, in my opinion, because we made that choice. It's a tough choice and one that was not made lightly, but that's why.
Can I actually piggyback off of his question? I'm sorry, you guys. I just have a question.
We don't get to see the writers at all.
No,
This is cool.
We're kept in cages, that's all.
How difficult was it to write the old Turbo out and write us in? How was that transition for you guys?
Tricky, yeah, quite tricky to do it. I mean, there's a lot that factors into it, but we try and make it as seamless as possible. But it's not easy because it's hard for us to say goodbye to the characters that we created and the actors that brought them to life. So it's kind of sad, but it's kind of exciting because
Bittersweet.
you get to, exactly, bittersweet.
And then also that once they would go on and off shoot the set and then movie cast is shooting, they have to come back for 6 or 8 weeks to come look at me in the studio. And
That's right.
not really their happiest times because they got booted off the show and transitioned, and the new guys are there and enjoying it. And these guys are going, oh, yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, so the grunting
It was fun.
came naturally.
Especially Jason, she's not happy.
Hi, my name is Brittany. I have a question for the writers.
Wow.
My question is, why did you transform Bulk and Skull into monkeys and became this either?
That was a production decision. I think that Jason Narby and Paul Schreier had previous commitments. I think Paul was a theater.
There was going to be a spin-off.
Well, they were going to do a spin-off too.
They were
That's
going to
right.
do a spin-off. That was in contention too. So I don't know whose idea. It might have been Chaim's idea. It was someone's idea, and
It was not our
idea. It was not our idea, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
But it was a weird idea, and again, challenges for writers and actors and stuff. But I remember going down to set and seeing those chimpanzees on set. I felt so bad, but
Welcome to school. Yeah, it's talking about Bulk and Skull.
I knew it. I knew you were going to get in there. Yeah, production issues, and I think actors have to do previous commitments is the real answer.
On the other end of that, Jason and Paul both were really good as monkeys.
I'm sure they enjoyed it too.
They loved it. They were just having a time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Edward. Thank you all for being here. We've talked about it a little bit in the past couple questions, but mostly for the actors, what was your experience in being part of that transition, being on set with the older Rangers and getting transitioned to the new story?
I'll start. It was cool, actually. I think the one that was probably happiest to go actually was Jason, and he's one I kind of shared. Actually, we shared a trailer together, but he was happy to go. But I don't think it was the same story for all the other ones.
Yeah.
And for us, a little nerve-wracking. We had big shoes to fill. These guys were dominating the Power Ranger world, and it was a phenomenon at the time. So for us, it was like, oh, here we go. We gotta do this right and do a good job.
Yeah, I think it was difficult because we weren't sure how everyone was going to perceive it, especially in the middle of season. So they already had that relationship, that had been built between the fans and the characters. So when we came in, it was just like, oh boy, just like Roger said, we've got to do this right. So it was a little intimidating.
Yeah. For me, I think it was more or less just like happy to still be on the show. Because I was a kid and like I relate to you guys so much because I was such a huge fan of Mighty Morphin growing up. Getting off the school bus with my sister, running home to watch Mighty Morphin and play with my toys, and then actually working on set with them, filming the movie Turbo with Jason Frank and stuff. So when I found out that we were getting a new cast, I was like more or less just happy, and I was like, cool, I can't wait to meet these guys and see what they're like. So I got to work with 2 different casts of Power Rangers, so that was pretty awesome.
He can't get rid of us now.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Hey guys, great to see you here. Colton, can you pick a favorite season, Turbo for Space, or any favorite episodes? I suppose like transitioning between the two and either.
Well, I mean, Turbo was great. I love Turbo, but Space was ours. We had our own mega ship and our own sets, and all that was so exciting. So it was for me Space, I would say, because it was us. We didn't share it with a different cast. Although Turbo was incredible, I love Turbo, of course. But yeah, for me, I would say Space. What do you guys think?
I don't think I even left set. I think we did Turbo, and then the next day I was like, oh, I'm doing 1 episode Space. Yeah. Right?
Well,
Did they run it? Did they run it?
We had that hiatus when they knocked out the command center, and then we had that long hiatus.
Yeah, but we didn't for the episode of Space. I didn't film in the command center. It was outside stuff. So I think that we filmed that consecutively, right back to back, and then I was done.
And the command center was sweet. They did an amazing job.
Oh my gosh, we were on hiatus for 12 weeks or something, and then we came back and it was woo, this whole new set. It was amazing.
Well, I kind of like Turbo, honestly. I mean, I get they poured a lot of money into Space and they had a storyline that was completely different. So I do. So they're kind of 2 different things, but I really like Turbo because it was kind of raw and gritty. It's like old school kung fu movies versus the more clean nice movie. So it's almost going from like kind of a beat up car to a really nice car. So I kind of like the beat up car a little bit because it was our first car, but then, you know, so it's kind of more like that to me.
Turbo is goofy sometimes too.
Huh?
Turbo had the goofy episodes sometimes.
Yeah, the
those are
vampire, Carlos the vampire.
He's something like
That's the name of the episode. Carlos and the Cow?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Nice.
Go, Green Ranger, go.
Ready to sing the theme song? Okay, but don't listen up. I want to tell you, look, listen. Go, not yet. Go, Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Sometimes people mess it up. I know it's been about 25 years or so. Right. All right, you guys are little, but we're going to sing it on the count of 3. Now you got to follow my finger like I'm doing la 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 la, okay? All right, you all too over there. Say what's up, everybody. Yeah. Okay, we're going to sing the theme song, sir. Are you ready? I hope you know it. All right, here we go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go, Power Rangers! Mighty Morphin Power Rangers! Yeah! Go, Power Rangers, you Mighty Morphin! Okay, all right, you ready? You got it? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, loud! Go, Power Rangers! You Mighty Morphin Power Rangers! You guys know what time it is? All right. You guys, I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel, JDFFFN. Guys, I just want to tell you this. You guys know I do Comic-Cons across the world, all the way around the world pretty much. I got over 500,000 miles traveling, meeting my fans. But one thing I'm happy and proud to say, that this is a Power Ranger convention, right? So I'm really happy and honored that we got you guys in the house. Woo! We got little kids in the house. You gonna give me 5? All right. And guys, don't worry, I'll be here all day. And I'm just so happy and honored to have you all. Everyone say Powermorphicon on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Go, Green Ranger, go. Go, Green Ranger, go. Green Ranger, go.
Here we are at Powermorphicon. What's up, everybody?
Go, Green Ranger, go. Goldar's gonna get you tonight. Destroy the Power Rangers and destroy the Earth. Don't let Lord Zed put a spell on your mind.
Who are you? My name is Brendan, and I'm from Hollywood. So a lot of people don't necessarily recognize that this cast and this creative group saved the franchise going from the second half of Turbo and then into space. So my question, and I think it's a question that a lot of people have asked me personally when being around Roger or whatever, is was there a moment when the writers, the actors, anybody in the creative started to realize that the second cast of Turbo into space was starting to gain steam, gain popularity to the point where they're like, wait, this is still happening, and this is still big and even bigger than the seasons before?
Who wants to take that? You, Roger. It's your buddy.
Honestly, I was like in a Power Ranger black hole, and all I did, I was just so focused, tunnel vision, on just shooting the episodes and work. I didn't even really know that the ratings were going through the roof. They wouldn't tell us that stuff, so we were just working, honestly. And later, after the fact, we realized, oh wow, that's what we created. We did a dent in the universe. Wow, with this series, but we did it together because you guys watched the show. So, like she said, we're all one team. So. Yeah, I was just tunnel vision shooting. I didn't even know what was going on until after the fact.
Right, and
Yeah.
just to piggyback, it's very delayed. You know, like they just revealed us for the Ninja Steel. I wouldn't say we shot that a year ago. Like it's really delayed, so we really don't know until it hits. So you know, all we really knew is that they were putting a lot of money into production. We knew that, and that was about it.
Yeah, I agree. We were so, it's like we were living under a rock. You know, I think Saban knows how to keep us very humble because we never know about it was like, what's going on. And then during space, you get the Psycho Rangers and we're like, okay, what is going on? So I think we all were just very humble and we knew how to enjoy the moment because there was going to come a time, we didn't know when, but we all just braced for it and said, all right, we still have a job today. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
I think everything from Turbo the movie through the series with the first cast and second cast, everything was tunnel vision for me. Everything. I was just living the dream. Like, I'm working with Rangers. Yes.
It could be just Saban's strategy, you know, him just thinking, you know, we're disposable.
No wonder Jonathan would show up on set super happy and excited all the time. Now we know why. Ratings are going through the roof.
Awesome, thanks.
Thank you.
Each time that you would see us in the helmets, that's not us.
Okay, so like 99% of the time or 100% of the time? 100%.
No, yeah, that was 100. Yeah. I don't think I could have hair and makeup and still look, you know, decent and perform after that.
And half the reason too is, well, you know, we're not. Well, if we got hurt, it'd be hard to explain.
Well,
you know,
Hattie did. Remember?
She twisted her knee.
No, she had surgery on her knee at Vasquez Rocks. So yeah, so we used to beg to the producers to let us fight. We wanted to fight. We always wanted to get down. But there was reasons why they would not allow us to because production stops, someone gets hurt, they lose a lot of money, and then it's not fun. So I know Tracy broke her arm doing a role, and she had to shoot with a cast on. Patty wanted to do some stuff. We were always, you know, let me fight, I want to fight. And in Vasquez Rocks, she hurt her knee. She had to get surgery in her knee. So yeah, they know what they're doing. That's why they prevented us from doing a lot of fighting sequences and stuff. But when you did see us fighting, that's because we begged a lot.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Lightning round. Go fast.
All right, my name's TJ.
TJ.
Yay! TJ. I just wanted to ask what it was like working with the props of Power Rangers. So you can compare it to like the other acting gigs we have had, like you know, like in the movie, you had the morphing key that dropped it. And then, you know, normally you would use normal keys. If you use a turbo key, it's a different thing.
Right.
But what's it like with the props?
I thought all the props were actually really cool. Banner did a really good job designing most of the props.
And Mark.
And Mark, yeah, they did a really good job. And I used to just be fascinated with what they would come up with out of nothing, out of a cardboard box. They would create some cool stuff. So I'd be in there watching them create stuff all the time.
Well, whenever we had them, it was like we're underwatch.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they're right next to
oh,
us.
they're right there. $1 million diamonds on because as soon as they say
It's like cut.
they come take it from us right away. And they can't touch the ground, can't get dirty.
They wouldn't let us take off our communicator. They'd be right there, Banner'd be right there. It's not like I don't have hair to spare here. Yeah, they would take off our communicators. They didn't want us to touch it. So he had to put it on, and we had to take it off.
Oh,
After, yeah.
So they don't go missing too. That was half of it.
Yeah.
They'd learned from previous casts. I'm not gonna name any names.
Hi, I'm Robert from Sentai. I have a question for the writers. How come when the new Rangers were introduced, we didn't have like a concrete story about them like being integrated into Angel Grove? Like that's something that I really was uncomfortable about.
had, if you were soccer and I was a cheerleader, that's how they introduced us. I don't know.
Me and Patty were on a bus together.
I don't know that. Is that what you meant? The transition? Yeah.
That's funny. I was on a bus too.
Probably a decision made from how much screen time you need to are afforded to introduce characters. So unfortunately, you say Roger plays soccer, he's a cheer. So we introduce them with very broad strokes, and then we leave in their characters throughout the season, and the actors bring their own spark of life to the characters. And it probably could have been done with a little bit more finesse and deepening, but these introductory episodes you have very little time because you have to have the action too. So a lot of what you're not seeing is what was cut for time. So there was an amazing story with all these guys, but it was cut for time. That's
not for you.
That's the later version.
Hello. Yeah, there we go.
What was it like coming back for the 20th anniversary?
20th or the 25th?
Which one? See what you did there? Which one?
I'll take the 20th for that.
20th. It was. Let's see. I was very surprised actually to get the call because it had been a while. So I was very surprised and very happy to go back because now they shoot in New Zealand. So if you get the call, that means you're going to spend some time in New Zealand, which is really, really awesome. You know. So yeah, I think at the time I was just really surprised but happy to be back and happy to be a part of it. I mean, as you may have already heard, not everybody gets the chance. So they contact a lot of Rangers, but not everybody gets to go. So I was just very happy to be able to go.
Did you shoot that with Patty?
Yeah, Patty was there.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I have a question about the diversity in casting. Obviously now there's a lot of social pressure and social media pressure to have diversity in casting, and rightfully so. But back then it wasn't that, pressing. And so I'm curious, like, whose kind of idea was that? Where did that come from? And what was the process like?
I think it was Simon's idea.
Yeah.
And it was very natural. It was something that just became a staple in Power Rangers every year. We never thought not to have a diverse cast. We started off with it. There wasn't a question going forward that we were going to. I mean, someone said, "What if the Red Ranger was black?" And we were like, "Totally, let's get a great guy." And it was not a big thing. And I'm very proud of the show's decision to just have that representation when not a lot of shows had it back then.
And all of a sudden, we're shooting the shows on the air, and someone's going, "How come you have the black guy being the black Ranger and the Asian guy?" And we all went, "Oh shit." That's true. That's right. Oh, I didn't think about that. Well, first, originally, Yellow Ranger wasn't Asian. She got changed out. But so I think at that point in time, we were all aware of it. It wasn't like a conscious thought, but it became after that point in time that wasn't going to happen again. And
I know when I came on, everyone was white girl is yellow.
my hair was pink and it was like, yeah, but it was all silly. But we didn't care, so we tried to get the best people. And the object wasn't to have one of every color and race, it was to have the best people. If it worked out that way to get those colors, great.
You guys did a good job.
Shit.
All right, you guys remember how to do this, right?
Yeah, we'll go that way.
All right.
Hey. All right, ready? We'll go that way. Ready?
Going that way.
You're not gonna go across? No, we're gonna stay here. Ready? Ready? Okay. Ready? Shift to the turbo!
Yes, yes, sir.
Do one more?
Roger, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Mahalo nui loa.
A little bit closer. Very
Did you take a look at the top? There's a CD player in there. It's nobody's ever come by and say, "Can I get your image? Can I get a movie of you?" This is the first time people have been like, "I want to put you in a movie. I want to interview. I want to do this to you." So it's like, of course I'm gonna say yes. Roger saw my helmet and he loved it. So I was bringing it by because I promised I'd bring it by to show him.
Good.
Tomorrow, I'm doing a different Mighty Morphin Green.
Really? Which one?
Not the Tommy, my own Mighty Morphin
Your
Green.
own iteration?
Yep.
Oh man.
I'm an alligator ranger. Come look for me tomorrow.
I will. Thank you, Steve or Steven?
Yeah.
Call me anything you want as long as it's not late for dinner.
season of all time?
My favorite was actually Space because Adam was with you on one of the seasons.
Everybody loves that episode that's just talking about.
Yes. Well, Roger did have an episode where he teamed up with Adam.
That one episode where he was trying to help and he kept hurting his teammates, and then he just fought so hard to redeem himself.
Always
and
a chance.
I could relate.
How'd you get back your morpher and your communicator? I mean, you was doing so good with it. Oh, you know, Carlos had some challenges also, because Carlos is new.
Because I remember one episode where Adam showed up to help you.
See, Adam could have easily been a leader. So, of course, he was the right guy to kind of motivate him into reminding him that he is the right choice for a Black Ranger.
He wanted to be the best he could, but he kept messing up. And Adam took him aside. He's like, hey, it's okay. You just got to learn from your mistakes. And he did.
Johnny, you got a minute? What's up? That's cool. There's a few things I want to tell you on film.